Take
That's
three.
great. I'm going to ask you, are there any other do's and don'ts for potential talent that, any other pointers that you want to just give? Any do's and don'ts or what not to do, or?
It's all, we could sit down and we could, if we could sit down and maybe just go through different scenarios. There are a lot of do's and don'ts that are in the business, but the main thing to do is to be professional, to be prepared, be on time, be dressed accordingly, have all the information that you need to have before you come into the situation. And all of that comes under the umbrella of being professional. Don't come late.
Oh yeah.
Don't come, don't be ill prepared. Don't be ill dressed. And have an effective relationship with your agent. I think a lot of times people come in and they haven't gotten the information from their agent, and the agent is supposed to give you the information for you to be prepared to come in and see people like me. And realize that it's not necessarily the amount of time that you spend with someone when you come in for an audition. It's what you do with that time.
Right.
A lot of people think if they spend a longer period of time that they've gotten more out of the situation. That's not necessarily true. Come in, do what you're supposed to do, and get out. We got another 45, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 people to see. And that's okay. It should be okay. It's okay with us that you come in and do what you're supposed to do and leave. And it should be okay with you because you got other things to do also. So you come in, be professional, do what you're supposed to do, and take off. As simple as that. And the only don't I would say, people always say, well, what do you dislike that actors do? There's only one thing that actors do that it's not a turn-off, it's just, it's not an effective way to communicate. Is a lot of times an actor that I've seen, let's say once in my life, realizing that I will see literally thousands of actors in a course of, not years, but a month. And they'll see me out of context, like I'll be in a mall and they'll walk up and they'll see me and they go,
I did see you. Was that me? No.
Yeah, it was you. And they'll say, hi. And then they'll turn to me and they'll say hi. And they'll look at me with this look on their face and they say, you don't remember me, do you? And I say, no, I don't. And I usually walk away.
Right, right.
What they've tried to do is, why put someone like me on the spot? Why the effective way to communicate in a situation like that would be, hi. Remember, I saw you at such and such. My name is such and such. I saw you here. I auditioned for you. Right. How you doing? Then it makes an association. That's communicating. It's no sense to put people on the spot. And people do it to me all the time. And before it used to bother me because I couldn't remember their name. But then I said, wait a second. I'm not the one that's in the wrong. They're in the wrong.
I'm the one that just said, hi, Mel.
It doesn't work. Help me out because we do see a lot. Or an agent will call and say, remember it was the 5'6" lady, the blonde. I said, and I said, guess what? The interview called for 5'6" ladies that were blonde. I saw 250. Help me out. Give me something else that will spark my memory. Because that's basically what I try to do. Casting directors, what we do is that we study actors. That and we try to gauge. And sometimes we can't remember everybody.
How long let me ask you, if there's a casting going on, what is the longest that you've ever been working as a casting director, behind your scenes and trying to find the right talent when they're on tape? Of a big casting call?
You mean the longest?
The longest hours on a casting, like.
I don't know. I'm not sure. So you mean the longest situation working on a particular show to find a character?
Right. How many hours do you put into it? Is it a 9 to 5 job for you, or is it constantly 24 hours?
No, it's usually in working a situation, it's on a pilot situation. When you're doing a pilot.
Can you explain pilots? Because a lot of people don't realize what pilots are.
Well, a pilot simply is when we're doing a show for the very first time, you're looking for the cast that's going to make that pilot work.
Okay.
And in the people that have to approve the cast for a pilot would be the director, the producers, the studio executives, which would in some kind would amount to about 10 people, then the network executives, so it's about 20 people. And when I would do a pilot and go to ABC, let's say, when an actor walks into the room, there are literally about 40 people looking to see if this person is right for the job. And so, with that much input, it's a long process to get the person for the job because a lot is weighing on who you're going to get for this show. And some pilots I would work on for. Let's say for one role, it would be months and months and months. Let's say 2, 3, in some cases like 4 months working on a show to get the perfect person for the role.
Yeah, people don't realize there's a processing and things.
So your pilots, and then it goes to movies. You can usually have, in some cases, movies about 2 months. Episodics maybe about a week, and then commercials are the quickest. And sometimes the commercial, they'll call me on a Monday, castings on Tuesday, shoots on Thursday. Okay, that's usually the progression of how things go.
Right. A lot of parents also ask me so many questions. Boy, you have to be on call so much, and I try to explain how important that is. But I do want to ask you one important thing. If people want to send headshots to casting directors, let's say after they're watching this, they'll say, I'd like to send this to Mel Johnson. How could they go about doing that if they're in the area? Do you take out-of-state headshots, or do you take, state headshots?
Well, I prefer, if you're going to be in the area, it's always going to be better. If you're going to be migrating to this area, you're going to be here for a week or two, then it's more effective. Because of the nature of the business, it's more effective when you're there when I can put my hands on you.
Right, okay.
But you can send, in any area, all you have to do is call and find my name.
Right.
And just send me the picture and the bio.
Okay.
But I do get pictures from out of state, and sometimes if it's an interesting picture and resume, I'll keep in an out of state file, because you never know.
Okay.
Especially if there are states that are, although I'm based in Orlando, I consider my territory, it stretches from, obviously it stretches to LA and New York, because I do a lot of hiring from LA and New York when I'm the casting director of record for the entire show. But the Carolinas, Atlanta, Georgia, all of these places, all of Miami, down from Tallahassee to Miami, is all my area. My talent pool comes from that area. So when people send me pictures from those areas, it means something, because I can call you in, because people drive from as far as North Carolina or even Kentucky to come to an interview for me.
Right. We're sitting in traffic for 4 hours.
Yeah.
That's true. In Los Angeles, I remember
exactly.
a lot of times. And I wish you all the best of luck and break a leg. Thank you.